Whitney, I don't know how I can ever repay you, your husband, and the others in this mansion for what you did by taking me in. You literally saved my life when I thought I was about to lose everything.
After what my brother did to you, it is only natural that I help you. You were a victim of him. And the patriarchy that made him, along with my father and grandfather, such sexist assholes. Now you have a chance to tell your story. Good luck.
Alright, now to start the recording. Hello. My name is Jennifer Owen. I am the ex-wife of David Owen II, the son of Nicholas Owen and grandson of Reverend Dave Owen. Like the others in the Owen family I would marry into, I was raised in a hardcore Christian environment where absolutely everything in my life was defined according to the teachings of the Bible, as interpreted by the leaders of the Southern Baptist churches. I met David in high school, and from the start, my parents demanded that I get married as soon as possible and then have kids quickly. A lot of them. My own mother was a housewife who had 7 children, so she set the example for me. And so at age 18, David and I were married. For the next 12 years, David and I repeatedly tried to have a child, but I never got pregnant. Then I found out that David was having an affair with my sister, and she was pregnant. David said to me, "You couldn't give me children, and your sister can, so I will divorce you." And then all hell broke loose. David had manipulated me into signing a prenuptial agreement. Normally, when a couple get divorced, the home they shared is sold off and the proceeds from the sale are divided between the couple, with the wronged party getting the majority. Like 60% to 40% or 70% to 30%. Something like that. But the prenup enabled David to simply kick me out of the house and move my sister in. And because I had no job other than being a housewife, I had no money. I was homeless and broke. Even my parents refused to take me in, saying you were barren and thus cursed by God. While I was married to David, I would hear him talk shit about his own sister, Whitney, who he said was a damned apostate, no better than Judas, the one who betrayed Jesus. After I was discarded and ruined, I wondered if she rejected Christianity because of the way she was treated, so I made contact with her via social media. She, along with her husband Charlie Wilson, came all the way from their town in Texas to Atlanta, Georgia to meet me and hear what had happened to me. And then they took me back to their beautiful home. They gave me a place to sleep, bought me new clothes, and then helped me get a job at a grocery store. And then I met others and heard their stories about the Reverend Vicky Sims and how as a child she was horribly abused by her prostitute birth mother, but was later adopted and loved by a lesbian couple, the very sort of people I had been taught were degenerate perverts. Because of them, Vicky became a Unitarian Universalist minister. I learned about Richard Sims, the son of another lesbian couple. When his wife Diana suffered a miscarriage, he didn't scorn her as a failure, but comforted her and vowed he would love her even if they had no children. I learned about the heroic deeds of Sandy Smith, who fought to overthrow the corrupt conservative leadership of her town that Reverend Dave Owen had been part of, and she and her allies changed so many lives for the better just by being true to themselves. And Whitney also told me about her grandmother, Rose Owen, who had also been rejected for not meeting the standards of what being a good wife was, according to her husband Dave Owen. Rose was taken in by Whitney just as I was, and then buried in the mansion's backyard as a reminder of the past. I was treated with contempt by my fellow Christians and treated with love by atheists. So it is obvious what I need to be. There is no God. And Jesus was not my savior.